Welcome to Strike Force. You are an elite battle squad assembled to defend Earth. This is who we're up against. The alien warlord Ultimus and his Kree soldiers who have joined forces with Hydra and AIM. Now, I know some of you aren't used to fighting side by side with each other, but the world needs you to put aside your feuds and stand together. Any questions?
I am Groot.
Any other questions? All right, it's go time. Now get out there and save the world.
You need help with your Marvel Strike Force game? Then come down to the school of the Game Father. Valley Flying did, and he learned that you can't beat the Game Father. Valley Flying. That's right,
shit,
I'm the
we gotta get this done.
three-time Super Sunday Red Stip Blitz Orb champion. After I uppercutted, Valley Flying has been for the...
Let's go.
Drop 2 racks just to climb that board. Full mode out.
Why is it quiet?
Every auction bit a slap to the face cause I'm racing rich kids just to keep my place. Midnight strike, check the ranks.
We need to get text out. All right, we're gonna play Marvel Strike Force. Running a little bit behind. Oh, that sounds quiet.
Behind how much
There we
cash
go.
you spend. Put diamonds for dollars, rent check gone. And all I got was shafted again. I thought I'd made it 50-55. Log back in, drop 1,200 spots.
All right, let's pop this out. Round 1. What's up, guys?
Man, what a joke. Scopely's got me, I'm mentally broke. No diamonds on Odin, no leaderboard flex. Just regretting the debit card wreck. One more pack, I told myself.
All right, so we had this team earlier.
They refunded course and left folks twice. Whales fan hard, got him back, roll the dice. Spin again while the rest stood still. Leaderboard jumping, just bending the wheel. Some said fair, some called it rigged, but Scopely said, trust me, bro, it's fine. Trust got nuked in the middle of spin, and the only real winner, the devs in the end. Leaderboard clean, now it's just broken. They patched the map upon stakes, we're smoking. Points for nothing, refunds in play. Now fairness is dead, devs, just look away.
I can use full accursed in one. I think I'm gonna try full accursed in one. Let's see how that goes. For full accursed in one. Cabal, King, Ares, in 4 and 5.
The Marvel Strike Force way.
Hello, Josh Lemons, welcome in.
The Marvel Strike Force way. The Marvel Strike Force way. Fuck free to play. The Marvel Strike Force way.
Yeah, we're gonna do a cursed in one. And then King, Cabal,
The Marvel Strike
Ares
Force way.
in 5. We need to get ahead of this here.
Fuck
Yeah, will Starjammers work in 4? What's up, Norris the boss? Norris the boss. Starjammers. What else do I got? Okay, the past 2 weeks is PTO back to work this week. Fantastic. Starjammers, I mean,
Get you all it out, all it out, all it out. Oh man, Logan, coming close out, close out. Get you all it out, all it out, all it out. Oh man, Logan, coming close out, close out.
why won't Starjammers work in 4? Starjammers work in 4.
I've been grinding since beta, now I feel betrayed. OP drops and skill gets outweighed. Used to punch up, now I punch down. Whales auto win while I wear the crown. Free to play dreams getting crushed overnight. PvP's a joke, can't win the fight. Scopely, you listening, this ain't the way. OP's killing the game we used to play. OP this, OP that. Power goes up, strategy flat. Stack your cash or get outplayed. Welcome to the new meta they made.
Look, I dropped cash, built my squad tight. OP rewards me, feels just right. Mirror matches now have a twist. Strategies deeper, can't resist. G20 grind, yeah, it's a chase. But my investment's not a waste. Let the haters talk, I'm here to stay. OP's the future, leading the way.
OP this, OP that. Spend a win or get smacked flat.
Stack your team, stack your stats.
Oh my god.
Built, you get clapped fast. Oh, you mad? That's cute. Now buy some more. We dropped overpowered, so y'all hit the store. Power ain't free. This game's
Get rid of
biz.
some-
You think we care, bro? Check the
Maybe I should
whales.
do
We
this
real.
special, I don't
Your
know.
roster's trash. That's by
Rings will fit.
design. But hey, there's a 99.99.
All together now?
Balance, please. It's not our thing. Just drop some cash and you get a swing. We read your posts. We laughed
Right?
and flexed. Dear devs, it's
Immediately
broken.
was
Cool.
like
Who's next?
not
OP's
great.
not broken. It's profit unlocked. Keep whining while we stack all the cash. OP this, OP that. Power creep with a
And
price
Logan.
tag attached. You want fair?
Okay,
That's old school
try.
talk. Now it's pay to smash or take the walk.
Kestrel.
Initiating
I
pleasure
think this is a good
protocol.
one. Kestrel 4.
Loading. Twitch Sims
Kingpin.
module. Installing poll
Black
firmware
Cat
complete.
to
Welcome
potentially
home, Daddy
stun.
Dub. He said, I'm the
Professor
Irvine Giant
X,
while ducking door frames.
Wolfman
Bought bots
Logan.
with butlers that whisper his name.
And I'm
Pleasure
thinking,
units lined up in
what else
metallic
we need to
rows.
put in
All
here?
clap on command, but
King?
none ever say no. Silver poles in every room, Twitch stream decor. He told the plumber make him spin and install 2 more. Claims he's got skills in Marvel and darts, but bots be clapping cause it sure ain't the charts. Smitten Dub's
Let's try
house
it.
where the lights stay low.
Alright.
Robots cheer while the
Let's
skill
try
won't
it. I
show.
don't know.
But girls can
I don't know.
cool, but his gameplay weak like a dial-up modem. Smitten Dub's lab, it's a sci-fi sin. Pleasure bots paid with your Prime sub in. Claims he's in IT, but that's all a facade. Can't run a prompt, but he can run a bot squad.
Got a whole room just for fake applause.
Nice
a neon
dodge.
sign that reads, Daddy owns the bots. 5'9", king of OC's digital haze. Tricking folks harder than a crypto phase.
I'm a semi-pro, he
We're gonna
says
lose
in
that.
defeat. While his robot cleans his chair midstream repeat. Spends cash on tech he can't comprehend, but tells his mods keep it tight, don't pretend. Now sinking ego with OnlyFans tips. Uploading compliments, please wait. Compliment upload failed. Treasure integrity not found. In Dove's house where the pleasure's
Yeah,
fake.
we don't
Got
have Aiden
bots on the
Odin.
bull and a digital snake. Claimed he's a legend in MSF fights, but his bots beat the raids on Tuesday nights. And he's pro at darts till the game begins. Blames lag, blames bots, but never
Will Odin Illuminati take out Odin Illuminati in 4?
turn on the bot. Twitch banned him forever. Goodbye, real teamed. Your scam has been logged. Your bots have unionized. Your poll has rusted. You are officially mid-tier.
Pin that? All right.
Bears like your scam has been logged. Your bots have unionized. Your poll has rusted. You are officially mid-tier. Scopeless said by Scarjammers, they'll dominate the scene. If the scene is losing to minions and making me scream, this ain't a team, it's a crime scene.
All right. Odin Illuminati.
From the Starjammers, looking real mean. Brew rockin' havoc, Lil Landra, the queen. Howard's quacking, feeling real tough, but the fight's about to get real rough. This team's a joke, a waste of cash. They hit like noodles and tank like trash. We bought the
What is the team for Night Stalkers?
aim and hand guys. Oh no, they're dropping like flies. Hand minions punch them right in the eye. Raid warriors to block it and mopped up the floor. Now Havoc's crying, he can't take no more. Howard's got a plan, pulled out a bazooka, but he shot the sin. Lil Andre yells, we can still win. The Night Stalker sneezed, then she's down again. Bruce says I am Groot, but it's no use. The Ravagers just kicked him loose. Rocket's got revenge in his little raccoon eyes, but boom, got deleted by M guys. Havoc yells, I got this now. Runs into Red Skull.
APOC, Nightcrawler, Old Man Logan.
And tries to retreat, but Ultron drones just pecked his feet. Scopely swore they'll be the best, but they flop harder than all the rest. Sold an offers $300 a spin, but they can't even beat the hand second string. Got scammed harder than Madhouse crew. Poured in money, now what can we do? Fell for the hype, spent all our stash. Now our Starjammers belong in the trash. Oh no, this ain't the dream. Even Shield wiped the team. Shield Trooper 2 OP. They lost to Shield with no Odin. They call play, full regret. Groot responds, just to give Rex. Little undersized, this team's a joke. Howard agrees, let's just go smoke. Scopely's got another must-buy team coming next week.
Immortals.
Just know it's gonna happen again. The perfect disaster of a team. No, not Starjammers. That's Scalpely.
All right, let's do this. Wow, that was weird. Let's do it.
Thunderbolts drop, but they ain't the squad. Ghost and Tasky, Victoria, odd. Yeah, we voted, but the time was rough. If you saw the movie, we'd have called their bluff. Your literate GUS got the lore.
Leroy Jenkins. Yeah, that's what we're doing right now.
Rework the squad that's ready to fight.
It's time for Cosmic Crucible. So, I'm being accused of being Leroy Jenkins. We got 43 minutes, and I am YOLOing it and did not get any suggestions So we're just kind of running in blind on this. So this should be a train wreck. For those of you that are interested in watching train wrecks, you came to the right place. Now, accursed. This will be my first attempt using accursed. So what's loaded up? Let's see how this works. I'm not sure, but this team is giving me a lot of trouble. I probably should be using Starjammers here, but I want to use Starjammers in a different room. So I know that I think 2 Crucibles ago, someone was able to use Apocalypse Accursed. So I'm wondering if a full Accursed team will take this out. I'm going to try to hard target Omega Red out as quickly as possible. Yeah, we're not going to get a chance to get to him. Yeah, we're not going to be able to hit him. We're going to get pinged with, oh, wow. That's a lot of damage, but... So, if I pop... Like, Phoenix already died, right? Oh, wow. Is that it? Alrighty then. I mean, not very efficient, but that absolutely did what it was supposed to do. Holy moly. Holy moly. Wow. In-game Thanos wrecked nerds. Yeah, but how much damage was that? Holy moly. Holy moly. All right. Well, let's go in here. We're going to do Odin Illuminati. I do not know how this is going to turn out. I'm going to keep saying that a lot. I suspect this is going to be a disaster also. If this doesn't work, we're going to be in trouble. We're going to be in trouble here. I probably needed to sack this. Is he going to get rid of the battlefield effects? He is. Wow, he just deleted him. I think this is a mistake. Odin did nothing. All right, well, that did not go well. Maybe a double sack. Well, that didn't work. Okay, we're gonna go in with a different team here. Like I said, we are kind of YOLOing it today. We're gonna go in now with Starjammers, not Vigilante. Wow, we're gonna have a hard time here. We're gonna have a hard time here. Good sack. Yeah, that was a bad sack. We need to clear all that. Oh boy. Double sack is what I needed. Wow, that's not great. Holy moly. All right, well, let's just get through it. Not gonna be, yeah, I should have double sacked. Wow. Not great. Yeah, walking into a Professor X Ultimate was a mistake. All right, well, we are YOLOing it. We're gonna have some trouble getting through this, I think. Um, all right, we gotta get through. See, that'll give turn meter, right? All right, well, not the most efficient, but I think we'll be okay. Maybe we'll get the ping from the striker. All right, so we're gonna have to scramble to clean up some other things because I definitely was gonna use my Vigilante in 2. I was gonna use my Starjammers in 6. So, you know, I could have clearly sacked with different teams and been in a much better position. All right. Yeah, this is incoming train wreck for those of you you know, curious. All right, we're gonna put Black Cat in here to offset the Dormammu. We're gonna make sure she has a skirmisher. All right, let's go like that. I don't think this is gonna be too tricky. Boy. We'll see how this goes. All right, where are we at? I'll just go over here. Okay. How do I want to do this? Yeah, let's go over here. Let's go over here. Single target, right? We're gonna get King Ultimate here shortly, right? Yeah. Who's gonna give me the most trouble? Oh, this is unavoidable, right? So it doesn't matter. Oh, I should have targeted him. Oh well. All right. Well, I would have got the assist, and that would have saved me a little bit. If I lose by 1 point, that's why. Right there. Should have targeted Taskmaster. I don't think I'm gonna lose by 1 point. I don't know that I'm gonna win at all, actually. So I feel like my opponent has a lot on offense. Boy, this is gonna be a mess over here. What do I have? I gotta think about that. I think this is a train wreck right here. Yeah, we're gonna have some issues here for sure. I don't know. We're gonna try it. I don't think this is good though. All I know is Kahori cannot go. Maybe we'll be okay. All right, this should finish the fight. We're gonna target Ms. Marvel Classic. All right. Now, what do we got left? We've got 2 rooms left. I'm running out of teams. I'm trying to think. I'm looking at my cheat sheet here. Yeah, I mean, I need 2 teams. All right. Boy. All right. Yeah, this is gonna be the kitchen sink here. The kitchen sink. No, 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 no. Let's do the kitchen sink here. We're gonna do kitchen sink, which is gonna be like Old Man Logan, Apocalypse, Quasar. Still thinking about this. I think Old Man Logan, let's see. Let's do Kestrel. Kestrel to offset the Sentinel. And then let's see. Let's use Guardian for... No. All right. Let's see. I wonder if I would do a pre-taunt. I could use... I can use no. Let's do a pre-taunt. Or I got an idea. I got a better idea. Let's do full liberty. See if full liberty works. Because I'm gonna need that for that next room too. Let's try full liberty. And then I'll do the kitchen sink in room 2 versus Night Stalkers. Okay, if I can take turns, I think we'll be okay. This is AoE, but I'm trying to think who is going to be my biggest threat. Let's do this. We don't want any turn meter there. Let's get a stun here. I think as soon as yeah, we got to get rid of her. Boy, that's not enough to even get through all the death proofs. All right, she's gone. Get out of here. This is kind of sloppy, but okay. Double tap, right? Almost got you. Let's see if we can get ahead of the Nimrod, right? That should right there. Okay. Now we're going to do kitchen sink in the last room. We're going to use like Null and Friends and all of that. Boy, we had to double... I guess it's okay, right? I mean... We had to double sack the Professor X team, which was kind of awful, actually. But let's just pull in the kitchen sink, which is going to be like Shadow King, Old Man Logan, Apocalypse, Quasar, and let's see. Do I have Null? Nope, I do not have Null. All right, what do I want? A pre-taunt? Let's see. Juggernaut. Let's see. How do I want to do this, frankly? Boy, they're going to be so much faster than me. I wonder if this is going to be a mistake putting Apocalypse there. Do you think Blade will just wipe Apocalypse? To put Shadow King there because he's probably the beefiest? All right, let's try it. I'm not sure where I put... The other day I put my Apocalypse too close to my pre-taunt and he got exploded, so... Yeah, so... Let's see if this is good enough. All right, we're Blade and Friends. We got Oath right there. Ooh, the ping. Get up, goodbye, Blade. Okay. All right. Stun Agatha or delete Agatha, right? Okay. Not bad, not terrible. All right, let's see here. Assist from Old Man Logan. Yeah. All right. And then now we just go there. All right, let's see how my opponent did. I dropped 2 attacks. Basically, I double sacked Professor X. Double sack with Odin Illuminati and then Starjammers. What a sack teams. Let's see how the final score goes. Those are not like sack teams. All right, 49,376. I think my opponent dropped 1 attack and I lose. Oh my God, I lost by 6 points. 6 points. 6 points. That's not a good way to lose. It's not a good way to lose. Oh, well, look at that. So they used Mephisto right here against that and got 8367, where I got 8358. That was the difference. That is not a good way to lose. And let's see how they did. Yeah, see, they double sacked with reasonable teams. Oh, and they barely finished it with Illuminati. Oh my God. Yeah. All right. Well, it is what it is. Okay. The curse feels like Stormmercer did at lower levels. Yeah, I agree. I feel like they do a lot of damage, but I needed to put something in there to like beef them up or something. Like if I would have, like if my cursed hadn't got it deleted, I could have won. Or if I would have like sacked with shit teams and then I would have had better offense teams. I don't know. Hindsight, right? Hindsight, right? Damage bit bug on them somewhere. They feel like that curse does a ton of damage. Holy moly. Yeah. All right, let's play the game. Julian rated us with a party of 35. All right. No, that's not. She didn't do all the damage. It was Halvarine did all the damage, right? Did I do this wrong? How are y'all doing on the, what is it? We got Saturday. Bang this out. I got to make a video about free code and then Franklin. Franklin looks bonkers. Okay, that's done. What did I miss over here? Quasar, Curse Team Tower, Danger Room, Nowhere Heist. All right. Relic Hand.
Yo, let me tell you about Hercules, the new guy in the game.
Bang, bang.
Big muscles, big flex, but there's something kind of lame. They gave him all the strength,
How did I get an extra 150?
but look at his chest. No nipples, what a shame. They say he's a god, but where's the
Was that, would I collect 150 somewhere?
in the truth? Even Hulk's got him. Green
Did I lose chat?
walking around with a chest too clean. Herc ain't got nipples,
It's supposed to be 500.
flexing like a boss, but his chest looks flat. Yo, Devs, did you forget? Or was it
Oh, it was a calendar? Got it.
no nips? Man, it's making me nervous. Now let's get real. This ain't the first time. Marvel's got a thing about leaving nips behind. Namor the king swims in the sea, but his chest is as smooth as it can be. Killmonger's fierce, but no nips on his frame. Beast is all fur, but his chest plays the same. Mephisto's a demon, hot with the fire, but no nipples on him. Was it Hell's attire?
Yeah, I just posted it on YouTube. Here, I'll give you the link. Yeah, let's make a thumbnail for Cosmic Crucible. Oh, this is a pretty good thumbnail, by the way. I was proud of this thumbnail.
Hey yo, it's Dorky Dad on the mic. Let me make this clear. Mobile complainer, AI faker, you ain't got no career. You out here pressing buttons trying to spit a verse, but your rhymes sound fake, man, they couldn't get worse. Auto-tune trash, call it AI despair, while I'm over here spitting bars without a single care. I'm the king of the flow, call me Dad of the year. You're the king of complaints, always crying in my ear. Fake beats, fake rhymes, that's your whole vibe. Dorky Dad's got the truth, yeah, keep it alive. You can't compete, you're a glitch in the game. Mobile complainer, now remember the name. I'm the real deal. I got jokes and the skill. You're just scrolling TikTok, trying to find your next thrill. Your AI beats weak, they ain't got no soul. While I'm dropping heat, burning tracks like coal. You're out of your lane, better slow that roll. Rap battles ain't for bots, kid, know your role. I'm the dad with the swag, yeah, I'm running this house. While you're stuck in the corner, quiet as a mouse. I don't need no fake tricks, just a mic and my wit. You're a poser in the game, can't handle legit. So take your AA toys, go and find a new game. Dorky Dad just destroyed you, remember the name. Dropping bars so hard, left you shook, no denying. Now go back to complaining while I'm out here shining. Mic drop.
See how mangled this looks. I'll have to put text over it. All right. Hey, that worked. Holy shit, did that work? Did that work? Holy moly. I mean, this guy looks weird right there, but... Well, I'll put text over the front of it so it won't matter. Like I said, we're covering that part up, so it's not going to matter. Where's my explosion? Well, let's do this first. That looks okay. Let's see if it looks good small. Mm. All right. Yeah, I gotta tell you, I don't think Marvel Mystic Mayhem's doing it for me. It just feels exhausting and not rewarding. I don't know. Like I'm playing it, I'm like, oh my god, this feels grindy. And what? Oh, I got a 2-star. Oh, I got to do a 3-star. But why? Like, what am I gonna get if I get a 3-star? I don't really want to play it again and again to get a 3-star. Like, there's no satisfaction in. I don't know. It just doesn't feel. It just feels super grindy and unsatisfying. And I think it's because they have a limited number of characters. Like when you start a Marvel Strike Force account, they give you a fuck ton of characters and a fuck ton of stuff to do. Same thing in Raid Shadow Legends. When you start playing the game, they just throw stuff at you. You have so much stuff. And there it's like, man. Yeah, I don't know. It just doesn't feel. I don't want to play it. Like I'm playing it. It's like I feel like I have enough frustration in my life already with Marvel Strike Force and Raid Shadow Legends. Why does this feel frustrating and it just feels fatiguing? Like I get fatigue playing the game. She took him for granted. I like that. Big Spartan. I like that. What's up? Hello. Did you see the thumbnail that I did with Grace? Yeah. Oh, I got to pull it up on my phone. It's a great thumbnail. Probably the best thumbnail I've ever made.
It is a good one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a great thumbnail.
I made a lamp.
Huh?
I made a lamp.
Oh. What's that mean? Is that like code for something?
No. That's what Jennifer and I were doing when we were walking around. We made Turkish lamp.
Oh. Okay. Well, where is it?
It's not done yet.
Oh.
You have to let it dry, let the glue dry for like 6 hours.
All right.
And then you do plaster.
Okay.
I'll show chat tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Alright, what do I want to do? Already can't want to join a band. She wants to be a percussionist. Wow. Wow, we're getting some rad jokes here in chat. I like it. I approve of the rad jokes. So we win. I like the red dryer. You got run over playing on the road again? Wow. 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 I don't even know what to say to this. Seven? I need more than seven. Have a killer Saturday. Well, thank you, my guy. Thank you for sharing those jokes. Brought a smile to my face. Oh, I'm hungry already. Forgot to eat lunch. All right. Gotta eat something. When did they show up here? When did Sable show up here? Songbird. Howard is soon. Yeah, I'm saving all the bio gear. Yeah. All right, we just got the kit for Franklin, and yes, he looks amazing, and it looks like the three-piece of the Fantastic Four MCU is going to be satisfactory. And by the way, I am going to be saving my bio gear for sure, because I'm going to want to take them to gear tier 20. I was not sure if they're going to be great. Now, there is a new promo code, MSF Pride 2025. Now, these codes are available on my Discord or my Twitch chat. Guess you have to do it all caps? Well, that's kind of annoying. Why would that be that way? Oh, MSF. Let's start this whole thing over. All right, we're going to take a look at Franklin's kit for the new MCU Fantastic Four, and I got to tell you, I'm excited. Looks like the three-piece, the three new characters are going to be very good. I wasn't sure how they were going to play out, and I'm saving my bio gear. I already have Professor X, so I'm saving all my gear tier 20s for bio gears. Now, I do have a bot on my Discord channel that is constantly updated with all the new codes because they seem to be expiring pretty quickly right now, and this is also available on my Twitch chat. Latest codes, MSF Pride 2025. There's also a QR code thing. All right, they already got that, Dakin and North Star, but there's also a QR code on Facebook, which I'm not gonna do, but if you take a look at their Facebook page, there's a QR link that you could scan and you'll get a very small, modest amount of rewards, but you're welcome to do that. Just, go on Facebook. I don't even use Facebook anymore. Anyways, let's take a look at Franklin's kit. Now, this is from a Dorky Dad video, so these were screenshots from his video. Put a link to his video in the description as well. Traits, Hero, Cosmic Bio, Controller, Fantastic Four, speed of 131, which is fast. And the reason why that's fast is it feels like a lot of the faster teams in the past got their speed from turn meter increase. Like if we look at like Super Skrull was a character that was fast because he got turn meter, when the positive effects and things like that. And it made him very fast in that way, but the game has provided a lot of solutions to offset that. So this is one of the reasons I'm Very much interested in this, and also the passive is absolutely bonkers. Basic, powerhouse pitch, flip 3 negative effects into positive effects on self, attack primary and adjacent targets for 320% damage plus 3 positive effects into negative effects. And then the ISO 8 attack assist, flip 3 negative effects into positive effects on self, attack primary target for 244% damage and 17% piercing, 3 positive effects into negative effects. So I do think this makes him a candidate for striker. We will have to see. We'll have to see. Special, this one can pop off turn 1. So this is a 6/6 attack primary adjacent targets for 340% damage. And if this character has 2 or more Fantastic Four MCU allies, reduce the duration of safeguard by 2. So this is interesting because it only gets rid of safeguard, but then because it left all the other positive effects there, he's going to wreak havoc, right? And so this is not tied to a game mode. This is a good ability on its own in multiple game modes, which was one of the things that I was very much concerned about on this team. Is it going to be an arena only team, right? This looks good as long as with 2 Fantastic Fours. Copy all positive effects, excluding taunt, stealth, and regeneration from the primary and adjacent targets to self. Spread all positive effects, including taunt, stealth, regeneration from self to allies. Flip all positive effects and negative effects from primary adjacent targets. Yeah. So he gets rid of safeguard, leaves everything there, copies and steals it, and then flips it. Copies and steals it, spreads it, and then flips it. Oh, that's bonkers. As long as they have less than 2 safeguard. Now, the one thing is that this is primary and adjacent targets. So this is not AoE. It's going to hit, 3, let's say, or if it's you're going into a taunting tank, you might be hitting on the end and only hitting 2 targets. All right, still pretty cool, right? Ultimate Starfall, energy cost 8/8. Clear all battlefield effects, apply the battlefield effect Future Foundation to the enemy side. In Arena, this battle effect cannot be cleared or replaced by another battlefield effect and lasts until 8 characters, allies, and enemies have completed their turns. Interesting. This character has 2 more Fantastic Four MCU allies. Reduce the duration of all positive effects by 2 on all enemies. Attack all enemies for damage. Let's see, look at this. This right here. This character has 2 more Fantastic. Reduce the duration of all positive effects by 2 on all enemies. So that feels more like in-game Thanos, right? That is kind of a big deal. That's going to be a turn 1 in-game Thanos. That's a big deal. That is a big deal. Clear all charge and apply silence. And if this character has 2 more Fantastic Four allies, apply silence for 2 turns instead. This attack cannot be dodged and gains extra focus. What is silence? It's a new negative effect. Characters who have this negative effect can apply positive or negative effects to allies or enemies. Characters that have this negative effect also can't reduce the duration of positive effects. So this is going to be an interesting mechanic where it kind of does what it says. The character can still attack and do damage, but as far as all that other stuff, it's just not going to happen. As far as can't apply positive and negative effects to allies or enemies. That's great. Now the battlefield effect, Future Foundation Arena on enemy turn, apply silence to that character. In Arena, enemy cannot fill or reduce speed bar for themselves, allies, or enemies. Bonkers. It's not applied to speed bar gained through normal means. Enemy characters cannot assist, which is kind of a thing because Gore was that character that did that in Arena. Now this is going to be Franklin, right? Now this is where I got really excited about the kit. Yes, there was a lot of interesting things up there, but mostly what I was excited about is how this stuff is going to work outside of Arena, which I was most certainly worried about this being just an Arena only team and not much use outside of Arena. I'm fully green lighting this team. It looks good. Lower resistance by 50% for all enemies. Great. When a Fantastic Four MCU ally uses their special ultimate, fill speed bar for 4% for self and allies. Fine, not that big of a deal. But anyways, if this character has 2 or more Fantastic Four MCU allies, enemies cannot have their speed bar increased except by positive effects. So, oh, that is great. So that is like Scarlet Witch does something like this inside of Alliance War. Captain Britain does something like this. Oh, no. Let me take that back. Cannot have their speed increase except for positive effects. Yeah, this is kind of like Emma. This has like a new, an Emma ability, which is going to offset. So that is like new Emma, right? Yeah, this is like new Emma. No, he gains speed bar. He gains speed bar, which is different than speed. Speed is like Odin when he gets charged, or Night Stalkers and with Man Thing, or Nimrod with Orcus. This is brand new. All right, we've got free codes. We've got the new Franklin kit. We've got some shenanigans so that he'll counter Odin. My goodness, this character cannot gain any new negative effects except silence. What? They silenced Odin. They just added this out of nowhere, right? But more importantly than that, we do have a new promo code. So, latest code is MSF Pride 2025, and that is for Dawkin and Northstar, 100 shards of each. Now, you could go on my Discord or inside of my Twitch chat anytime and put in, well, just like I did there, exclamation codes, and it will show you whatever's current. And this is what's current right now, changes all the time. Also, there is a QR code that you can scan right now on their Facebook page. Now, I'm not a daily active Facebook user, and I looked at the rewards and looked very modest, but you're welcome to do that if you're on their Facebook page. Now, there's a couple things in game I wanted to go over before we get into the Franklin kit. There's an error with the Red Phoenix celebration calendar where the bonus energy given would not take you over the cap for the Red Phoenix campaign energy. We'll be sending out 500 Phoenix energy all players next week to correct the error. The energy you receive on day 6 will work as intended. Okay, and then there was some issues with the amount of cores in the command center. Like last week, the number was well over 600 and something, and then this week it was only like 280. Hi, there will be a flash command center later in the week with those cores in it. We aren't taking them away. Apologies for this causes confusion. That was never the intention, and that is in game right now. And then the U32 start. So in Friday's blog, there was a U32 and the room rules. This will be starting July 1st for setting defense and July 2nd for the first trial. So let's just go over this. Odin gets a massive nerf, if you will. They add accept silence. The character cannot gain any new negative except silence. All right, well, why silence is important? Well, we're going to get into the Fantastic Four MCU kit. Now, this is a part of a Dorky Dad video. It looks like to me that the Fantastic Four three-piece MCU, so the 3 new characters that are coming out, look solid. Not only in Arena, but they're going to be good in multiple game modes. I really think they're going to be great. And so that's exciting to me because I wasn't really sure if they were going to be game mode specific, because they've been doing that recently, like with Thunderbolts and Accursed and Stormjammers. I mean, I think Vigilante was a good, well-rounded team in my opinion, but the other ones, not so much. Now, Bio, if you already have Professor X, make a consideration to hold on to Bio. I know I am holding on to Bio because there's 3 Bio members in this team that I'm probably going to upgrade. Speed of 131. Raw speed stat seems to be more and more important. In a turn-based game, speed's important, but a lot of character kits have nuanced ways of gaining speed other than just having a high base speed stat. And I think this is going to be more important going forward because, you know, if they have like turn meter increase, like the way that Super Scroll does, well, there's ways of offsetting that, right? With certain characters where it says no turn meter gain. And then there's speed stat manipulation. Like, let's say Odin, when he's charged, he gets like double speed, or Man Thing gets Night Stalker's speed, where they actually increase the speed stat. Okay, and this kit right here is actually going to prevent that from happening. So it's kind of important to make the distinction, the difference between turn meter gain and speed stat increase, as opposed to just having a very high speed stat, right? All right, basic. And I think that Striker might be appropriate on him. Basic powerhouse pitch, flip 3 negative effects into positive effects on self, attack primary and adjacent targets for 320% damage, and flip 3 positive effects into negative effects. Fine. And it looks like it's similar on his ISO 8 counterattack and assist. Was the reason why generally people will consider putting a Striker on a character, and I'm definitely going to try Striker on him. Now, both of his abilities have a way of sidestepping Safeguard. So let's read it. And I really like the way this one reads right here. Energy cost 6/6, attack primary adjacent targets for damage. And if this character has 2 or more Fantastic Four MCU allies, so like I said, it's going to be a 3-piece, reduce the duration of Safeguard by 2. Just Sir Safeguard, because he's going to do all kinds of silly things once the Safeguard is removed. If they have 2, right? If they have 4, not so much, but if they have 2, Safeguard's going to go away, and he's going to do all kinds of silly things. Copy all positive effects, excluding taunt, stealth, regeneration for primary adjacent targets. Then, so he's going to steal them, right? Then spread all of those positive effects that he just stole to his team, and then flip all those positive effects into negative effects. Wow. Now, the only thing that is a downside, if you will, is that it's primary and adjacent targets. So if you're hitting into a corner, it might only hit 2 targets. If you're hitting into the middle somewhere, maybe that's going to be likely a 3 target. So that's worth considering. But we look at his ultimate, which is 8/8, clear all battlefield effects, which is useful, and apply the battlefield effect Future Foundation to the enemy side. That's fine. In Arena, this battlefield effect cannot be cleared or replaced by another battlefield effect and lasts until 8 characters, allies, and enemies have completed their turns. So we're going to take a look at that, because this is going to involve the silence mechanic, which is going to be messing with Odin, right? If this character has 2 or more Fantastic Four allies, reduce the duration of all positive effects by 2 on all enemies. And this can go off on turn 1, which is kind of like what Endgame Thanos does, right? I think that's fantastic. So I think there's some choices to be made with the kit. You can go and do this silliness here, but it's only going to hit primary adjacent targets, or you can kind of go for it. And there's a lot of characters that are doing this now. Sable's great. That does something similar in some ways. I just think that this reducing duration of positive effects to sidestep Safeguard is fantastic. Attack all enemies for damage, clear all charge, apply silence. This character has 2 or more Fantastic Four MCU allies, apply silence for 2 turns instead. And this attack cannot be dodged and gains 200% extra focus. And this is going to be important, right? Because now, basically they nerfed Odin by putting silence, accept silence, right? Wow. That's just really wild to me, right? That's really wild to me that they're, directly I don't know, man. It's just weird, right? All right, what does silence do? New negative effect. Characters who have this negative effect can't apply positive or negative effects to allies or enemies. So basically, they're just going to do damage. But if they were applying safeguard to their team or whatever, but if they were applying stun to the enemy, that's just not going to happen. Characters have this negative effect also can't reduce the duration of positive effects. Wow, what is that going to affect? Like in-game Thanos and in-game Thanos passive? Yep. All right, very interesting. I think it will. From the way I understand it, I would think that would work that way. Future Foundation. In Arena, on enemy turn, apply signs to that character. In Arena, enemy cannot fill or reduce speed bar for themselves, allies, or enemies. This does not apply to speed bar gained through normal means. So, cannot fill or reduce speed bar is going to be like what Super Scroll does. Just if you look at the way Super Scroll works, he's fast because he's manipulating the speed bar on himself. He's gaining turn meter, if you will. Enemy characters cannot assist, so this is kind of going to do what Gore was doing. And Gore seemed to be like an auto include, and this right here will do that as well. Now, this is where the passive and why I am excited about this team. Passive, Fantastic Sun. Lower resistance by 50% for all enemies. That's fantastic! All right, when Fantastic Four MCU ally uses their special ultimate, fills speed bar by 4% for self and all allies. So that is like what Super Scroll does, right? If this character has 2 or more Fantastic Four MCU allies, enemies cannot have their speed increased except by positive effects. So that is a different mechanic than what is above here. Now keep in mind, this is not tied to a game mode. This is going to be across the entire game. And this is going to work similar to the way that new Emma kind of shuts down a lot of certain teams' kits. If we look at Man-Thing and how he adjusts the speed of the team, not the speed bar, but the speed of the team and making the team's speed faster. Well, this shuts that down. Something similar on Nimrod in Orcus. Okay, until this character completes a turn, gain 5% speed. Fantastic Four MCU gain 5% speed, and then this is bonkers. If this character has 2 or more Fantastic Four MCU allies, gain an additional 45% speed for self and all Fantastic Four allies. Wow. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. In Arena, if this character has 2 or more Fantastic Four MCU allies, all allies gain 50% speed. So, yeah, I believe they're going to be offsetting. Like if you're doing a mirror match, this is going to cancel out. But this is going to make the team quite a bit faster than somebody that doesn't have the team. Interesting. Very, very, very interesting. We'll see how this plays out. I'm excited. I'm saving my bio gear. Let me know what you think in the comment section. And also, what do you think about this? They just snuck it in there. They snuck it in there. Bye for now. I think I said it correctly now, right? All right, yeah, I thought I caught it. Okay. All right, just making sure. All right. Boy, I'm hungry. Yeah. All right. Let's see. I got to do Raid Shadow Legends video. I might do that offline though. I lost the tiebreaker. Actually, let's just do it this way. What's up, Dorky? Oh, I'm just editing. I'm just editing. Secret Odin nerf. Get fucked. Hey, it's a thumbnail. It's not clickbait. You're clickbait. Oh, yeah. All right, I'm going to go eat food because I'm hungry. You guys are the best. I will be on tomorrow, I think. Marvel Strike Force. Let's see. What do we want to do? Who's streaming right now? Bendable streaming? Yeah, Bendable streaming. Bendable streaming? Well, Bendable's a streaming machine. 21 hours? What the fuck? Well, I'll let him raid somebody. I just wanted to press the button. Oh, we chair stream. Let's go.